determines what is going to be showing up on the home page. Those are the 3 most recent news articles. And so the 3 most recent news articles, based on the date that they're put into the site, are going to show up here. Okay? Now down below it are the latest comments. And I had Kathy Wilson comment on the Nancy Tanchel story, as I did, so that we could show you what it looks like when a comment shows up. Okay? I'm going to click to the story. And so I click directly to this story. If I wanted to learn more about the episode, I'd click to this link, and that would take me to a different site. abc.com would load in a different window. And so if I wanted to post a new comment, I would do so here. I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Kathy and I already did that, so you can see who we are, what day we posted it, and if we had member profiles on the site, you would see whatever picture was on our profile actually showing up here. This here is the default avatar that shows up when people don't yet have profiles. So I could create a whole new comment. I could reply to my own comment. I could reply to Kathy's comment. I could reply quoting Kathy's comment, refresh the list, or I could follow the feed for all the comments on here. For those of you who don't know what RSS feeds are, I'll go over that separately. Basically, it's just a way for people to keep in touch with what's going on the site more than just following the newsletter. All right, let's head back to the home page. Okay. Over down here, some pretty standard stuff. Contact us. I know there's some question over whether or not this is actually the address that we're going to use. That's easy enough to change, but this is the place that I think it should go. Sign up for our newsletter. This just links to our Constant Contact account. I'll show you how that works. Okay. And so that's going to take me here to sign up for our account. And whoever's in charge of the Constant Contact account, you might want to make a note that we need to change the logo on the sign up page. Let me know if you need help with that, whoever you are. Okay, head back over to this page. This is the social media area. I know that the chapter has a Facebook group that is currently linked. I know that the chapter has a LinkedIn group that is currently linked. Twitter is something that I don't know if we are currently using, but NALBO National is using it, and so I actually just linked the NALBO National page here just so you could see what that looks like. Okay, and like I said, for the YouTube account, it currently links to my own YouTube account, which is pretty much just 8,000 videos of my puppy and her friends. But ideally, I'd like for this to go to our own chapter YouTube page. Okay, and over here, quick links. These can be anything. I thought Join, Chapter News, National NALBO News were good for illustration. Down here is just footer text, and here's a little button that I installed just so you don't always have to scroll. For the pages that get longer than the screen width, you just click this button and you go straight back to the top. Isn't that fun? Okay, so that's that's pretty much the home page. I'll go ahead and go through the interior pages, but they're pretty self-explanatory. I'll just make notes as I need to. About Us. When you click About Us, you go to the history and mission. You also get a side menu which goes to Contact Us, Frequently Asked Questions, and then the login page. From here, well, I'll show you the Contact Us page, which is pretty much the same as the old page. It just has a standard form that allows people to fill in their message, email the copy to themselves, and send it to whoever owns this address, which in this case is Linda. Just so you know, right now you're seeing the telephone number formatted this way. That's because I use Skype and it formats all the telephone numbers this way. if you don't use Skype, you're going to see this formatted as just plain text on your screen, so don't worry if that looks different. All right, let's go back to About Us. Board of Directors. Okay, so here is something that's new. On the current site, the .org site, you will see that each Board of Directors name links to their member profile. The idea I have for this site is again a kind of member community, but until that is set up, I am just going to be creating separate pages with all of your board information. And so far I've linked Julie, Leslie, and Carla's. And Carla I actually had a picture for, so I'm going to open up Carla's. And again, it's the same kind of thing. It opens up the page, but you're not actually linking to a separate tab in your browser. So I think that's much more user-friendly. So there's Carla. Isn't she pretty? Here's all about Carla. Here's her name and her title. And anything else we wanted to put on this page, company logo, a link to her company, her contact information, all of that can be done. Okay, let's scroll down to the bottom of this page. Popular content is kind of an optional thing that I've enabled. The pages on the site that are linked to the most are what are going to show up here. Again, I enabled the 3 most popular. This is basically a dynamic module. Probably when the site goes live, the pages that are going to be the most popular are the upcoming events pages. And so this is something that we can enable or disable as we see fit. Okay, let's move to membership. Again, same content as the previous page, but I did separate out the benefits category and demographics into separate pages. I believe that these, let's see, I think it's the same information as on the old page. Yes, it is. Demographics is currently just what I call lorem ipsum. For those of you who don't know, lorem ipsum is just fake Latin text, but it's the same pieces of text that are used over and over to indicate to other designers that content is coming soon. It just helps flesh out the page more than me just writing text, you know, 10 lines of that. So I know that Kathy Wilson, as membership chair, is going to be working on this section. Okay, so let's go over to events. Now, for those of you who were at the board meeting before last, you know that we are going to be moving away from Thriva to a new events registration system, and Susanna and I are working on that. Currently, the events list is just going to be like the current website. It's going to be a description of the event and a link to register. And so I've enabled the 2 upcoming events that are already posted to link to the Thriva page where you can log in. Okay. One thing I've enabled here, I'm not sure that the photo gallery should go here, but we can talk about that. There are a lot of different forms that this can take. I pulled some photos off the Facebook page, and you can see here, you just open this up and you can click from one to the next to the next. Now what you'll see here is the name of the photo is coming up. I can replace those with the people in the photos, but I didn't actually know who all of these people are, so I thought I would just leave this and you can use your imagination. Okay, let's go to partners and alliances. Okay, so we looked at this page briefly before. Basically, this talks about the corporate partners, gives a little brief intro, and over here alliances, and lists our alliance partners. Someone had talked about putting logos instead of just having their name here. That's fine, I can do that. If you're interested